Savannah, I'm coming home, Savannah. We'll never be alone, Savannah.
What it do, what it do? Back again coming through. Who that is? Ain't nobody but So about to do this makeup. Yes, we're doing another makeup video because one, I refuse to give up, and two, I just miss doing them, and three, I just feel like it makes sense to alternate between vlogs and makeup. So whenever I don't have time to vlog or something is going on in my life that I can't really vlog, which is actually happening right now, and I'll explain in a bit, just do makeup, you know, go back to your roots. And that last video that I uploaded, like, y'all showed me so much love on that video, which is to be expected because I know majority of you know me for my makeup. Y'all don't know me for my vlogs. Vlogging is new. Vlogging is something that I just started to branch out into because, like I said, there's so much more layers to me than just makeup. But I genuinely love makeup, and I am double filming today, triple filming actually. I have hair content and I'm trying to do like a little short video for my TikTok and Instagram because I have completely neglected both since vlogging. I just took a big break from makeup. I have not bought any makeup. I have not bought any new makeup. I'm just using a cleansing pad to, you know, remove any dead skin, a little exfoliation before we do the makeup, and to remove anything that fell on my face while doing my hair. Anyways, I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing. As you can tell, we are chilling poolside. We got a little vibey vibe going. I am listening to some chill R&B bedroom playlist on YouTube, and I know I have been talking for a long time, so let's just jump right on into it. These makeup videos are rusty, dusty, crusty, okay, because it has been a minute since I've really just sat down, and this is all I used to do. And now that I'm vlogging, sometimes I feel like I have lost my rhythm, if that makes any sense. So we're gonna start off with the brows. The brows are nice and clean. I'm gonna do brows before I actually go in with my skincare because it's just what I like to do. You can totally go in with your skincare before you do your brows. You don't have to do exactly as I do. I do feel like I definitely want to do some color. Ooh, girl, you is rambling. Ramble, damble, scramble, damble. Should we zoom in a little bit? Hold on. Okay, I think that is good. Y'all are all up in my pores. You can see everything. You can see that my lace is well melted, honey. Okay. Now, I alternate between pushing my brows up and actually, oh, it is something then there. I alternate between actually pushing up my brow, but I always feel like my brows come out the best. I'm just using the hair pomade, the edge control pomade. Yeah, I always feel like my brows actually come out the best whenever I just go with the grain, like go with the direction that they're actually growing in. I get the most beautiful brows. That's in my opinion, you know, but I do love a good fluffy brow as well. So next up, I'm going to be doing my brows, and for this I'm going to be using the ABH brow pen. This one is in ebony, and if you want really nice hair strokes, get you a brow pen. Okay, it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. All right, so we're gonna fill the brow in with this. Okay, so they're filled in, they look a little crazy, so what you want to do is go in with a clean spoolie and literally just kind of graze over it, and it's just gonna soften up and look very hair-like. You see what I'm saying? Like the strokes over here are harsh, and now it's softening up and it looks a lot better. Okay, so for my skincare, I'm gonna be using all of these goodies here. These are my Japanese sake infused skincare products. They're really good, and they just look really great under makeup. Especially they are all on the water-based side, so they're just great. The first thing I'm gonna go in with is the high moisture. Yeah, so like I was saying, right, we got a lot of things going on over here, family wise, kids wise, I should say, graduations and a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't want it to be like every time that I'm around them, I'm with the camera. They don't act like, you know, they don't like the camera. They don't really say anything, but at the same time, I'm just taking precaution not to do it too much to the point where like every time we see you, we're just on camera, you know what I'm saying? And the kids don't really know exactly what I'm doing, so they feel like maybe I'm just documenting it from memories, you know? So yeah, next I'm gonna go in with the Glossy Moisture Serum. If you want your makeup to look good, the skincare has to be right. Okay, don't forget your ears. Okay, the ears are important too. The ears need love, honey. I don't know who told y'all what, but the ears need love. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the lotion. Looks like that. And I'm putting on a good amount. and get your hands, put some on your hands, show your hands some love, honey. Okay, whatever you put on your face, put it on your hands, put it on your neck, put it on your ass. Now I'm gonna go in with this is the cream, and it's actually very light. Like I said, it's like a jelly, and this is way too much because I'm already well hydrated. Yeah, so I just don't want it to be like a situation where I have the camera each and every single time that they see me. I'm just considerate of everybody's, you know, feeling and stuff like that, and that's basically all that happened. I know you guys are wondering, where's the vlog? The vlog is still gonna be there, you know, but in the meantime, in between time, what is going on here? It's because I didn't allow the first layers to fully dry. But this will soon disappear, don't worry. I just don't want it to be that type of situation where every time they see Auntie Sumi is more focused on the camera and not really giving her full attention to them. So yeah, I really haven't picked up the camera that much lately. Anyways, I'm gonna make this sit and soak up, and let's move on to the eyes. So I'm going to go in with the ABH concealer, and this is in the shade 16. Okay, this is the Magic Touch concealer, and I'm going to be using like a little small concealer brush, and I actually have my wetted dish there. You know, I'm tired. I'm tired enough. God no, because where the dish gone? I'm gonna get it together, I promise. I have my little dish in front of me, so whenever you see me putting product, I say I'm putting product on my little dish. That's what I'm doing, okay? I'm not gonna hold it up each and every single time, okay? And I just press the brush in there, get the brush nice and saturated, and flatten it out. And we're gonna carve out the brows. Then I'm going to use this dome type of brush, and I know you guys have seen it so many times, and I like to just kind of pat and push the situation in, just flatten it out, even it out. You want to create a nice even canvas for your eyeshadows. So the cherry blossoms are almost in full bloom in my area. I know that certain areas like Kyoto and I think Tokyo, they're already fully open. I don't know what's going on, girl, in my area. My area just late for everything, okay, since last year and this year. Normally we would have our cherry blossoms already, but they're taking forever to open. And I want to go out there and I want to get footage for you guys and just show you guys like how these people love to enjoy their Sakura season, honey. So next up, I'm going to be taking a pressed powder. I'm going to set my brow bone area and partially on my eyes. Basically just mostly in the crease is where I like to set my eye. This really just helps to create an even blend when we start to apply our eyeshadows. Okay, and not to mention we are having a lot of sand. Like the air outside is so smoggy, and it happens every single year, and I feel like it came early this year though. We have a lot of sand in the air, and guess where the sand is coming from? China. Yes, Japan always has like a bit of a haze of sand coming from China. Like, girl, the ghetto. Okay, so I'm just gonna get fun and creative, and I feel like I'm just gonna be using these two palettes from Juvia's Place. I'm gonna be using Culture 1 and Culture 2. Probably gonna just be using Culture 2, actually. Yeah, let's put this one away. So the first color I'm gonna go in with is Dashiki, and I'm gonna be doing like a little halo colorful type. I'm just gonna go with the flow, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna pack this on the inner and outer area, and we're gonna create like a wing styled effect at the same time. Okay, so to blend this out, I'm actually going to take a little bit of Soweto, march through these streets like Soweto, and very lightly we're going to start to buff out the edges. We don't want to go too crazy where we lose the color, and we don't want to go too crazy that we're going too high up. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm trying not to ramble too much because I can tell I'm getting really talky and we're not getting anywhere. Okay. So now I'm going to take this, what is this? Asobi. We're going to take Asobi, it's a light purple, on another blender brush, and just a little bit. Okay, we want a little bit of a transition between the burgundy shade right, and we don't want to go too high, okay? So just a little bit, okay? Isn't that pretty already? Like, you see the vibe. Yeah, so don't worry, okay? I just didn't want this week to pass and I didn't have anything to upload for you guys because it's just really crazy over here right now. And to be honest with you, I just don't want to be pressured to do family things as well as having to vlog. I kind of just want to concentrate on one thing at a time, to be honest. Like, it's just too much, especially if I'm not filming. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, hence we're gonna be doing makeup whenever like things are really crazy. But I already told y'all I'm definitely going to alternate, and so many of you really appreciated that because I know the majority of you missed the makeup. So we're gonna balance it, okay? So what we're gonna do is actually go back in with a little bit of that dashiki shade, very lightly, and we're gonna pop that back. We're gonna bring it out. We're gonna do a little bit more blending. You know, I don't want to lose that color, but I want that light purple transition. You see the difference? Do you see the difference? Hey, this is what I'm trying to explain. Look and learn. Open your eyes and see. Okay, so taking whatever was left on my concealer brush, I'm just going to brighten up that center area a little bit because there's still product on the brush and I don't need a lot. So for the center, I'm gonna go in with Palm Kennel, and it's just a true like beigey yellowy tone, and I feel like it's gonna look really cool in here. Plus we're gonna go back and blend over everything, so we just want to pop this in here and create a base. You never want to leave it like this, so we're gonna have a little bit of fun. I'm gonna go back in with Asobi, which is that purple shade. You know, should I put some blue? Hey, there's this blue sitting in front of me, Delta. Should I put Delta in there just to have a little bit of fun? But I need a smaller brush. Hold on, I'm just letting the creative juices flow, baby. Okay, so with Delta and a little pencil brush, I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of that color and I'm gonna put it in between the burgundy and that light shade as a blend, like just hugging it. So I'm going to be doing the same thing for look how pretty vibes, okay? So I'm going to be doing the same thing on the lower lash line. I'm going to go in first with Palm Kennel, which is the lighter shade. I'm going to pop that right in the center, and then I'm going to go in with the blue shade Delta and just hug the lighter shade and just blend it out so everything looks cohesive. And likewise, I'm just going to go back in with that same little brush and just do a little dusting back and forth so they blend into each other. You want to blend that as well. Okay, so at first I felt like I wasn't going to put any shimmer on my eyes, but I feel like I want to. I want to go in with Bantu, which reflects kind of pink. I hope you can see that. So I'm going to take like a little small dense brush. This is a lip brush, literally, and I want to pop that right in the center to add a bit of light over that burgundy shade, just right there. Okay, so I'm going to be applying my lashes. These are the Flutter Lash Intoxicating, really beautiful fluffy lash. And there you have it. So this particular technique for me of splitting the like, I literally just cut the lash in half, and you know, it's a little tacky, so I just put it back together and put the whole, if you know, you know, okay? But especially if you love to wear a full lash and you have problems bringing it closer in here, all you need to do is cut the band. It's because the band is so stiff that when you blink, let me try and explain this, okay? We're gonna get a little technical. When you blink, your eyes actually don't blink up and down. They blink in, down. If you don't believe me, go and look at your eye. Go and pay attention to how your eye actually blinks. It blinks in and down, not this, okay? It's this, all right? And that's where you get that poking, because your eyelid is literally doing this in the very corner. And if the lash is too close in there, it's gonna poke. But if you break the lash, if you break up the band, you're able to do that very, very comfortably because there's no tension on the band. The band is broken up, if that makes any sense. When the full band is just all intact and you do that, there's a little bit of a resistance there because there's no flexibility in the band. Look at me getting all technical. You better explain for these people. There's no flexibility in the band, so whenever you blink like that, that's where you get that poking feeling, okay? These lashes are not cut any shorter. All I did was cut in the center and put it on. having less tension on the actual band allows you to wear the full lash. You want it to be more comfortable, you would have to cut off a little bit of the outer corner, carry it over a little bit, you know, so it doesn't sit too close in here. If you know, you know. But if you've ever wanted to fully wear a full band, this is the technique that you need. Okay, so we already have skin prep. Okay, our skin is hydrated, so let's move on. All right, I'm gonna be using Fenty Soft Matte, and I'm gonna take, let's see, I think I only need like 2 little pumps of this. Warm it up in the hands, and then I'm gonna concentrate this over the nose, on the higher points of my cheek, just in the T-zone basically, above the lip, on the chin, and a little bit on the forehead. Okay, just in the T-zone where I get oily. I want a little bit of help to preserve my makeup in that area. So we're gonna color correct and defeat creasing at the same time. This is the MAC Paint Pot. This is in the shade Belly Epic, which is a beautiful orange color. Wrong brush. Hello. So I'm gonna take my tongue, stretch the skin, like just push it out, because you wanna really get this product in there. Just brush it in, especially around the mouth where I have discoloration, which is the most problematic part of the face for a lot of women of color. So I'm actually gonna set this before I go in with my foundation, and I'm gonna be using Kunafa by Huda. This is not Kunafa, this is Blondie. Put this away. Hello, are you okay? I'm gonna be using Kunafa by Huda Beauty. I love this powder. It is what it is. SOCKS, baby. And the reason you want to set this is, one, when you put on your foundation, it's not going to shift around, but two, it's made to be set because it is a eyeshadow base. Next, I'm going to be placing my concealer under my eye, and the reason I'm doing this first is because I want this to dry and set for a bit. That way the under eye stays flawless and it's nice and bright. And when you're doing this, you want to brush it out because you want to create a very even canvas right about now, okay? Because once this is dry, for the amount of time that we're gonna actually leave it, what is that? Devil be gone. It's not gonna be easy to blend out. So just a very thin layer with the doe foot, and just let it sit and let it completely dry, and you're gonna have the most beautiful flawless under eye. All right, so while that is marinating, we're gonna take this is another foundation stick. This is Coffee Bean by Huda, but for me and my skin tone, it is a great bronzing / contour type of situation. So I'm just gonna go in and concentrate this around the perimeters of my face, the hollows of my cheeks, and so forth before I go in with my foundation. Okay, so because I feel like I have not given this product enough love, I'm going to be trying it again. This is the Vision Cream Color by Danessa Myricks. I have 2 shades. One of the things fell off, honey, so I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna say maybe W04. I don't know. Okay, this one is W05, which is the darker one. So whatever, I don't know, girl. I genuinely do not know. I really don't. I'm sorry. It disappeared. I looked for it, it's not there. Anyways, I'm gonna be mixing both because W05 is a little bit too red. Like it says foundation plus concealer, okay? It's a very thick product. Just putting that out there, you should know that. So I'm just gonna mix it up on my dish. That's still too light. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna work it out. I think that's why I shied away from this product, because I just have the wrong. This is one of my struggles with living in Japan. When I buy stuff online, I don't get to walk into the store. So therefore, a lot of times I miss when it comes to buying my shade. And no matter how much I use the shade finder, which I do each and every single time, it still comes off a little too red, a little too dark, a pink, something, I don't know. Like, it's just too much. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go in. What blush are we going for? Are we going for pink? Yes. This is Barbie Rose by Juvia's. I do see that they recently released some cream blushes. They are beautiful. The same shades as the liquid blushes. Just pat that in. And this is Barbie Rose by Juvia's Place. And I know it looks crazy, but once we start to blend out the concealer and everything comes together, it's gonna be, you know, more toned down, more muted. Everything is going to be cohesive, and it's going to have a little bit of that blush peeking through. You just have to really trust the process. Okay, so it's been ages and this is not going to blend out. So what I have to do is take a little bit more of the concealer. I'm going to put it on my dish in front of me, and just spread it out, and with the least amount of product. And when I tell you just the least amount, just a little bit, I'm just going to kind of tap the brush in there. And it's what we want to do with this is kind of like just diffuse the ends, the edges of the concealer, if that makes any sense, because in here is not going to budge. It's not going to budge. That is dry. And when I tell you just a little bit of product, you can barely even see anything on that brush. With whatever is left on the dish is where I'm going to go in and just lightly highlight the other areas of the face that needed to be highlighted. And look at that. We haven't set the face yet, but everything just looks, you know, it's in the right place. It's just really pretty. It's just bomb. Yes, we are not done. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with sand. This is a lot lighter. This is also by Too Faced, and you just want a little bit of product, so I'm trying to scrape off the doe foot as much as possible. And we're just gonna concentrate this in the very upper corner of the eye. We're gonna make it sit for a little bit, but not too long, not like the other one, because we do want to blend this out. Okay, so it's been a little while, so for this particular step, I'm not going to use a brush. I don't want to drag this all over the place. I want the color to just be concentrated right in the very center, right exactly where it is. We just want to diffuse it so it looks nice and soft. So for that, I'm going to go in with a triangular powder puff, and we're just going to press in there very lightly, just a little wiggle just to make it nice and soft. Okay, I think we look pretty good, I might say. So it is time to set the face. I'm gonna let you know from now. The initial set for me will always be with a damp sponge and a loose powder. You will never see me set my face with a pressed powder or anything like that first. The initial set, the first set, damp sponge and your favorite powder. Okay, the finish is just different, the feel is different. It's just a whole vibe. For me, I feel like I get the most flawless and more comfortable wear whenever I do this. Okay, I've been doing it for a long time. I'm going to continue to do it for a longer time. Okay, if it ain't broke, baby, why you trying to? Anyways, I'm going to dip into the powder, and then I'm going to take my hand and just pat it around in there. All right, have a nice little layer going on. I'm going to start to set under the eye. This is Kunafa by Huda Beauty, and we're actually going to use this same powder to set the whole entire face. Next up, now I'm going to go in with my Sephora Micro Smooth powder. This is in the shade Deep. Now this is going to bring back a little bit more warmth and just set the face even more, and it adds a little bit of a glow. If you know, you know, like it has a little bit of shine to it, but it's not overpowering. It still gives a matte finish, but just with a tint of skin-like finish. So I'm gonna go in with these two blushes by Kaleidos. They don't have the names on them right now, but it's just the orange and the really super hot pink one. So first I'm gonna go in with the orange and create like a little layer up under the eye and onto the cheek. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the pink, and we're gonna concentrate this more so like on the cheeks. If you don't want the dolly effect, just skip this. All right, go in with your bronzer, place your orange blush height up. Let it stay off of the cheeks if you want that more, you know, like, you know the look, like, I don't know, sculpted. It's just not doll-like. But as for me, I love blush, and I love a doll-like type of blush, hence why I carry it over onto the cheeks. So for my bronzer, I'm gonna go in with Coco Naughty by Fenty. Hello, where the brush there? You know, everything just a fall apart, so I'm gonna like do a little bit of sculpting with this. Like I said, I tend not to contour. Instead, I add depth and warmth to my face just using a bronzer. When I tend to contour, because contour shades always tend to be on the gray side, it's muddy. I don't want nothing gray on my face. I just don't, okay? So you can totally get away with sculpting and bronzing your face at the same time just by using a bronzer. Just using the right shade bronzer is gonna get you right. You're gonna be okay. You will never see me use a true contour type of thing, like never. So for my nose, we're gonna contour the nose. I'm gonna be using the same powder. Majority of the time, all you need is the same powder that you put on your face to contour your nose. It's going to give you the right amount of tint. Look at that. Okay, you don't have to switch out to another product. Like, this is so enough. And you want to brush it back up into your brows. So from here, you just want to kind of just dust out the powder in the brow. So it is time for my mascara. I always like to do my mascara afterwards because I feel like it always gives the best blend between the falsy and my natural lash. Okay, so because we have a lot going on, I think I'm just gonna go for a nude lip. This is the Luxe liner in the shade Cola by Juvia's Place. Okay, so this is fine, but because I have purples and blues on my eyes, I feel like I want a little bit more of a redder type of lip situation. So I'm gonna go in with Underdog by Fenty. Just need to mix it in a little bit. Let's see. I might have to switch. Hold on. That's dark. I don't want that. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with Grunge Girl by ColourPop, and I'm just going to like go over that liner. And for the center of the situation, I am going to go in with Chic. It's just a really beautiful pink. There is absolutely nothing nude about this lip. I said I was gonna go for a nude lip. What happened? And last but not least, we need a little gloss. This is by Juvia's Place. It's called Oasis. It's just gonna tone down that like chalky pink type of thing that's going on. But this is the face, boo-boo. Final step. This is the NYX matte finish, Finny matte. Itnium Finny matte finish. Here, long lasting setting spray, okay? And I love a matte type of thing, so I want to try this out because this is gonna be my first time. I've never used it before. Ooh, just liven up the face. That's a good spray though. Good for traveling and all of that. We're gonna let that dry a little bit. Tell me, are you being? Look at the skin. Look at the skin, boo-boo, that I am in. Okay, so that is it for this look. So before we close out the video, let's get into the modeling section. I know you guys love this section, and so do I. I hope you enjoy.
Oh, you know we were meant for this magic. But living in the moment, feeling ecstatic. And if the night gets cold, let's turn up the heat, yeah. With every beat we feel, the night could be surreal. Could be surreal. When the beat drops down low, let it pull you in real close. Are you down for it? Tell me, are you down for it, boy? And when the lights get low, let the shadows steal the show. Are you down for it? Tell me.